remembering, then the winner of this is guaranteed
At least
quarterfinals, I believe.
4th. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interestingly enough, actually, Moggers is a familiar name to me because I gave them a demo review like yesterday or something. I don't
Huh.
remember exactly. And it seemed, I don't know, they seem like a very coherent team. I have to like double check that it is, yeah, it is actually amateur because they were definitely playing quite well. Seem to have a lot of the basics down. Just little mistakes here and there can definitely mess up when 90% of things are going well and then one thing goes wrong, it can kind of mess everything up.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say that I'm looking at the Moggers roster we're gonna go over, and they have 2 ringers today.
okay.
So, I don't know how much your demo review is going to give to those guys.
I'm looking here. Yeah, most of them. Well, we can just run down the rosters actually. I can introduce Moggers. We have Mike and Kazoo on scouts. We have 44 and Gigafart on soldiers. Fluorosa is the med, and then Ice will be on demo. And 44 and Ice are the two ringers.
Yeah. And then on, phone numbers, we got, Lemon. Don't know this other name on well, Lemon's on P Scout. Flank Scout, we got Noemi. Pocket Soldier, you have Salty Pepper. Roamer is Owen 608, well known for his Market Garden frag videos. Demo Bossa Nova, and then Medic, you have Danmar 33, who I actually played with at LAN, was our med this last LAN.
Oh, no kidding. I had
Yeah,
no idea that he was at LAN.
he's a soldier main. He's banned off everything else but Medic and AM.
That's crazy. Yeah, I know he's like a pastime player.
Yes, huge pastime player.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I was at LAN. I don't think we met though, unfortunately.
No, I didn't talk to almost anyone.
Yeah, it can be hard to sometimes, especially like when people are just kind of like in their own enclaves.
Yeah.
Um, it would be a little. I mean, I'm not scared to talk to people or anything, but when it's like a group of people just walking up with me like, "Hey, hello everyone. This is who I am. Hello."
It's pretty
Definitely
awkward,
would be
yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Doesn't you just, like, feel like when you're standing behind somebody, like, watching them play, you're like, "Hey, man, let me tell you my."
I never got to have that experience because we always started late and, like, played late, so we just never
Yeah.
had time to watch anyone else.
Yeah, we played from, like, 1 to, like, 11:30 the first day. That was pretty horrible, I can't lie.
Yeah.
But, I
Oh, and
will
we also
say
have
that
predictions up. Make sure that, you're throwing your channel points here, to see well, to gamble on who you expect to win. You were saying?
I would say that I think Danmar is a really good medic. He's, like, an insane movement player. As you know, like, he's a pastime player. I know I know that the ringers for Moggers, I know Ice is a Highlander player, pretty big Highlander player, but I don't think I've ever seen him in sixes. And I know the Pocket Scout for Moggers is a pretty good roamer on Soldier. I've never seen him on Pocket Scout, so I think that'll be interesting. And then Owen 608, definitely expect to see a lot of goes going for Market Garden because that's like what he's pretty well known
Mhm.
for.
Yeah, you were talking about he has market garden videos. I don't know if I've
Oh, he
ever
has
seen one of
like
those.
frag videos of Market Gardens. It's pretty funny.
Are they like pub clips or
And no,
sixes
I
or
like
what?
sixes.
Oh, wow. So yeah, we're probably going to see at the very least many of those being attempted as he's attempting them in the pregame even. Ice actually has played sixes because I've actually given him a couple reviews. I think like 2 seasons ago, a season ago, something. It has
Yeah.
been a little bit, but definitely not unfamiliar with the format, I guess, but maybe took some time off. Yeah, and it also looks like yeah, so Kazoo. His alias is Justin. I'm just gonna go ahead and be calling them Justin for the rest of the thing if any of the viewers are confused. There's actually, a lot of aliases not being obliged or abided by. Let me
So
see
the
here.
first map, Gully Wash, nice.
Yes.
I like love this map. If you're on Pocket Soldier, I feel like soldiers just have such a good impact on this map.
Ooh,
It really just like I don't know. I feel like if you can get impact on soldier in the mids, you can really win the game for your team.
yeah, looking at the, map lineup, we have Gully Wash, then Bagel, then Process. So, honestly, like, those first 2 maps can be very, very soldier dominant.
Oh
Scouts
yeah.
have definitely more fun on Bagel than Gully, but, yeah, with strong projectiles, a team could just win this series, without having to go to Process map 3.
It's true. I think like I've played a lot of Soldier on Bagel, and man, like when you're winning your house, you feel like your team just has so much more space in the point. So when it comes to Bagel, I mean, just having the better soldiers may just win the game for you.
So, I want to look here at the standings to see Moggers' actually very close record with the phone number.
Yeah,
6
this
and
is
2 for
the
Moggers. They are ahead by 1 spot, 5 and 3 for phone number. And they have never played against each other, actually. This is their first time
wow.
matching up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, right. Because amateur only plays once per week. So with the number of teams they have, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they match up here. I see Raven in chat talking about the bungalow slaughter. Were you slaughtering the bungalows at LAN?
No, they destroyed us on Gully Wash. I remember Macron went for like 30% heals and like went like crazy damage positive.
That,
That's
yeah.
like what happens on Gully Wash, you know, like when your soldiers are just able to hold doors well, like with Beam, like have fun getting into like last.
Yeah, I know they were I mean, it's just a group of people who have been friends and played together for a long time, and then most of them just stopped playing, but Macron kept playing with,
Yeah, Macron's a
like
very good at like advanced soldier. Yeah.
he's an advanced soldier, yeah, true.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be mean. He's a pretty solid advanced soldier.
Yeah, so I imagine most of their key to success was just pumping all the
Yes.
resources into Macron.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at that point, it's what, 11:30 at night. We've all been playing for 10 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Azan Tariq had food poisoning.
Oh,
Uh, everyone wanted you didn't see that clip on Tan TF2?
I
The
have
guy
not
going,
seen the past
I need to
couple, no.
throw up." It's on Gully Wash. He
Oh,
just goes
no.
like, we gotta pause, guys. I gotta go throw up."
That's that captain virus.
Yep, yep, yep. So,
It's
yeah, that was the end of our night.
unfortunate. Yeah, I know, because all there was, like, so many flight cancellations and stuff happening as well that, a lot of people, myself included, just showed up with very little or no sleep at all. So definitely, to be playing that much TF2 day 1, a little bit tough, but, it was a good time nonetheless.
True.
Well, all 12 are in the server, so at any given point, we could be going live here. I mean, as you mentioned, Gully Wash is, soldiers can do a lot on this map. And as far as mid fights go, again, a mid fight that I think does favor aggression a lot.
Yeah.
You, if you can bomb, it can be very difficult to deal with bombs because you can have soldiers high bombing while also having soldiers under the point just bombing up with like a single rocket. Can be difficult to deal with everything all at once against well coordinated aggression. So sometimes you just want to be the team bombing faster than the other team or bombing before them. But also, you have some more sneaky strategies. I mean, getting a soldier up, drop down to wrap behind choke, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, definitely an interesting mid. And
As a demo main, how do you feel against like fast pocket rollouts or such from soldiers? Like, you know, the 20 health kind of
yeah, trying
bozo
to
into
meet
choke.
and choke. I don't fear it at all.
Yeah?
Um, I think the only soldier that's ever really killed, well, I'm sure there's soldiers that have killed me with it that I'm just not remembering. But the only one I've ever really like had concern for was Tomato Tom.
Yeah.
Um, and even then, As long as you have sound on, you get to hear that soldier jumping from mid, so you at least know it's coming before you round choke. And if you're fast enough, then like it's pretty hard for them to beat you to the pack, usually.
Okay.
Plus, it's like hard to do and easy to mess up, so soldiers are kind of taking a risk just going for it to begin with. I don't know. It feels generally manageable, although it
It's
definitely like
definitely
can.
gimmicky, but
It totally can catch demos lacking.
yeah. That's like when you're up 4-0, go rocket jumper and fast roll out demo shotgun. It's pretty
You
fun.
know, people well, I've heard the theory of doing it the first mid because then their demo
Yeah, but,
is
like,
on
when
their
you're an
toes.
official, are you really gonna, like it's a risk. I mean, it's a cra
True.
if you mess up the rollout, you're stuck on rocket jumper shotgun for the rest of the mid.
Well, until you just go feed. It should be pretty
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
But yeah, mids are definitely high stakes on gully. It's very easy to get caught in doorways trying to leave if you're not fast enough to leave.
Yeah,
Very easy to just kind of be committed. Everyone's alive, ready to fight, and then in this like snap of your fingers, suddenly half your team is dead, and you need to leave as fast as possible. As well
yeah,
as like big chases, meds trying to leave choke all the way to lobby, getting like wrapped from big door and stuff like that. So very high stakes, and also because of how like folded in on itself that Gully Wash is, and how easy it is to traverse from mid to last as a round scoring strategy or method rather. Definitely common on Gully. So
yeah.
the team with good mids can definitely have the at least a strong advantage to win.
I would say is, like, as a roamer, I've played most of my seasons. I would say whenever we start to win mid, I'm thinking about just going big door and cutting them off, shutter as fast as
Hmm.
possible, and trying to catch the mid for last.
Yep. And a lot of the time, like if you're able to prevent them from getting through shutter, then suddenly they're just kind of stuck
Yep.
and it's an easy collapse. Absolutely. Was there another?
I'm looking forward to see what Owen does on the mid. I've played with Owen back in probably 2 seasons ago. I've seen him play, and he was always going for seems like a very fun roamer style, like fast and wanted to go for things as fast as possible. So I'm excited to see what he wants to do on Gully Wash mids because it's like the fun roamer mid. You can
Yeah,
choose to
true.
do fast
You have a lot of
rollouts.
options.
Yeah,
And even just like insta high bombs can be nice from big door.
it's true.
Yeah, this map is a lot of fun on Soldier. My jumps are not very good, but still fun nonetheless. Yeah, still 12 in the server. So again, they're talking about configs or whatnot. I think okay, they have exact the correct config. So again, any moment now we could be going live.
Is it Banny config?
It is, yeah, every
Okay.
division
So is that
using that.
that's a new change for AM this last season?
Yeah, within the past couple seasons, it's been a
Okay.
site-wide thing, which I think is like a really, really positive change. I kind of hate
I
the old
didn't like the
config.
30-minute half stuff, yeah.
Yeah, not only like 30-minute halves means that your games are generally longer, but also just I don't like when a team can score a round and then just not do anything for the entire
Yeah.
rest of the game and just win off of that. Especially when like it's well, also garbage time is like horrible.
Yeah.
Clearly. But even when it's not like technically garbage time and a team like still could theoretically win, at least from like a mathematical standpoint, there's still so much pressure on them. They just have to take really dumb pushes, and that's so punishable that like even when it's not literally garbage time, like a fair chunk of the game is kind of just this, basically garbage time where a team can still just sit back and then punish the stupid aggression the other team's forced to do because they're down rounds.
Oh, we're readied up.
Absolutely. Who are you keeping your eyes on this mid?
Oh, well, I'm gonna watch Ice's rollout, then I'm gonna get on Owen. I wanna see I know Ice is a demo Highlander player for a fact, and I know he definitely probably he is the rollout really nice. Let's see if he gets the first stick. Oh, it's a nice stick.
Okay. And both soldiers kind of playing the floor here, dueling a little bit. Salty Pepper taking a bit more spam than Gigafart, although Gigathar getting really focused. The bombs come in. The cross is happening. Ice goes down. They actually get the med as well. A scout going up, drop down, I think. I'm not sure how Nomi would have gotten behind like that anyway, unless they walked up elbow. Oh, but look at Danmar
Danmar got a
committed.
kill. Danmar is
Oh,
still in and gonna get killed for it.
they just traded down absolutely everyone, so it's just Nova trying to leave. And with Gigafart and Mike being the last two alive, they're going to be able to get the point here. We might see a refight from the red team. I'm not sure if we will because their med died so much later that setting up onto makes some sense. It is slight ad for blue. I
I'd
mean, Gully
love for
Choke is
them.
pretty
I'd
dry
love for
pushable,
them to
so
take it. That'd be pretty
yeah.
fun.
I think it is a good play to do here just because it's pretty free to get through choke usually. You just bomb your pocket
Yeah,
soldier through to make space, and then like what are they gonna do? They either are caught to your Uber or they just send a high bomb, and there's very little else they can do.
it's true. I mean, Gully Wash Choke with the kind of new meta in the last couple seasons of your demo holding big door, so you can easily hold like a baby door and everything. It kind of leaves it open to a soldier getting through on another soldier.
So they are trying to get through choke, and yeah, they are trying to dry push, it looks like. We do have Ice committing through, Demo committed, and both soldiers take a lot of damage. However, Mike goes down to traps over in the big door side of things. So down a player now that Danmar has Uber. Oh, actually, Owens bombs in and does
Yeah,
die. So that player ad they had is now gone. And in fact, both soldiers
they're
die.
down one.
Yeah, Flarosa with a good milk there. And now it's two soldier picks into last, and soldier picks matter a lot on Gully last because that's your classes that hold doors, and also critically, that's your class that stands on ring to deny cap point,
Yeah.
or the point from being capped. So getting a scout water like right now would be really nice, I think. Actually, as I say that, both soldiers
Blue's
do just
already
spawn.
coming up river pretty fast. I don't know if they're getting a scout in the water, but
Yeah. At this point, the soldiers are here, so that opportunity's kind of gone. We do have the
oh,
gun being
soldier
built.
stacking in. Doesn't get
Yup.
the force.
Good damage, but unable. And actually, Mike is now in water. A little weird on the timing.
Oh,
Good cap time, honestly.
a
And if he
lot of
lives
cap
here,
time.
yeah, living here is really nice, actually. And that may have just distracted enough that Red doesn't even want to counter sack anymore. It is weird, though, because you have 44 as well, just like
Yeah.
peeking Shutter. The
I would say
timing here is
that
a little weird.
that's an AM type of play. I mean, you definitely want the scout on cap to distract the soldiers while you sack.
Yeah, you want to like do it all together because this guy peeking Shutter to spam the gun, the soldier bombing in, and the scout pressuring cap. If that all happened at the same time, then that would have overwhelmed the defense. But doing it one by one definitely
Yeah.
makes it a little easier.
And now you
But
got
that
a
being
level
said,
now you got
like
a level 3 gun in a I would say suboptimal spot. It's kind of blocked to launch pad if you look at the center gun.
I see that more often. I think that spot. I think the fact that it's blocked from Launchpad makes it harder to spam out as a demo, which I think is
Okay.
actually like a good thing
But this
because
is
it.
easily spammable by like jump up and river though, right?
Yeah, true. I think
Okay.
most guns are, unfortunately, though. It's just hard to have a gun on Gully that isn't spammable, despite how small the last is. Okay, we'd like to see some pressure here. Actually, basically,
Most soldiers are trying to spam the
everywhere.
gun right now and they get it, and so now it's probably gonna be a sack opportunity.
Maybe Gigafart is maybe postured to bomb from River into last. The gun's being built right now, and actually the soldier takes some spam, so they don't even send a guy.
Ooh.
Little bit of time just being wasted here. Obviously, like most of the pieces are here. They get the gun. They know they want to get the gun and pressure adequately to do so. But, you know, you have to do stuff after, because getting the gun isn't what's forcing the Uber. It's not what's getting you the round.
Oh, he
It's just
tries. He
after.
tries to speed shot into last.
Yeah.
Gigafart tries to speed shot into last, misses it, and then just dies immediately. I don't even think Red's counter attacking.
We do have Owen fast in lobby here, is trying to catch some people caught out. But considering, yeah, no one else on the team is even peeking forward, means that if Owen were to counter sack, it would have just been a solo sack with really no pressure. And
Yeah,
that's going to be a very low percentage, so he will just live.
I don't know. Whenever you're counter sacking out of Gully Wash last, like if the demo man's not holding shutter, which Blue's demo isn't right
Do
now,
have
like
Sniper going for a peek as well.
it's a nice free flank. Yeah, Kazoo's on sniper.
And this heavy almost wants some of it. It's like they know, yeah, eats a body shot, not a big deal like, for a heavy. But minute left. I mean, you got to make something happen. Might see a soldier trade on bats. Nope. The soldiers will live. Again, I mean, early on, they got the gun very, very freely, but then just didn't do anything with it. And they could get that gun very freely again here. Looks like they're trying to spam it out. And again,
They
really,
get the
really easy to
sentry,
take
and then
out there.
Mike dies immediately
Oh,
and jump
yeah.
in like that.
That is unfortunate. I mean, that's basically the sack attempt.
This counter sack is free though. This sniper is so close in river.
Ooh. And another soldier dies in water as well. So that's
I I think they're
2
just gonna
down.
take a reset.
Yeah, I mean, 20 seconds left at this point, down 2.
Yeah.
I guess Mike is on the way. You're not really going to be able to do anything in time. And with how far back the combo is, yeah, they're basically taking this reset as well. So we did see, like, I mean, obviously the defending team has a sentry gun. They have a heavy as well, and that's going to make things difficult. But, I mean, the gun was very easy to take out with just
They
basic.
took it down 2 times,
Yeah,
and they just didn't send
very
anything off
easily.
of it. They had their flank scout die on a launch pad last round.
I mean, just like pressuring those doors, pressuring Launchpad, pretty easy to get spam. Pressuring River, we saw, got the gun very easily. And getting that Scout Water as well, forcing a soldier off a door, forcing him to play the point. I mean, all that can spell some good things, but we are looking at a new mid nonetheless. And again, soldiers kind of fighting on the floor. Gafar will be jumping up to get rehealed. And Salty Pepper going up, drop down now. Actually gets a free bomb onto the
Oh
med, and
man,
Farosa
gets
goes
gets
down.
the med.
Yeah, ice dying as well. Gigafart is in, actually kills the
Oh,
scout that was protecting Red's medic, and
man.
gets the rocket off to kill Danmar.
Yeah,
And again,
there needs to be more protection out of red after you get the med and you're down
yeah,
combat classes. Like you gotta just back up and hold your med for a second.
100%. Like falling up is really important there. And the fact that the scout was weak enough to get one rocketable definitely made things difficult. But yet
And
again,
blue soldier gets a
oh,
trade in
yeah.
lobby. Doesn't trade actually, gets the kill and gets out.
Yeah, not getting chased down will be able to get the pack and jump out. Actually is not jumping out. Kind of wants, okay, they're all here, gets rehealed. But yeah, almost like a repeat. Although the mid played out so much differently, it was still like, you know, Florosa dying first, but the other meds still getting salvaged. And it was ultimately like both teams basically wiping, but there's 2 combat left for Moggers, so they end up
Yeah.
winning the mid.
Now we're back down to red on last and blue gonna try to sack in on even Ubers. I mean, they do have slight ad. I don't think this is real ad.
It could be off of a spawn, like wave, just catching a super
Yeah,
spawn
just
wave,
slight
but
spawn timing, but
if they
they're
didn't
not.
use that
Yeah.
as they were getting, then it just wouldn't be ad. As we see
And
now,
instead of the
Denmark
heavy, they
getting,
got the pyro this time.
yeah, trying to reflect that spam. I mean, a sound principle, but again, you can only reflect so much spam. I do like, I think a lot of the time people, like even really talented flank scouts I've played with, are kind of hesitant to go into water on gully just because they feel like they get stared at and can't do anything because the soldier just plays the ring. But they don't realize that a soldier playing that ring is a good thing in and of itself because that frees up the doors.
Yeah,
Like we can see here when all the actually demo's getting a reset, but when all the explosives can just hold their own door, it makes things a lot more difficult. As Mike
it's
now
true.
slipping into water, and Salty Pepper, who actually,
Yeah, that soldier coming back to point just frees up River for just like
yep.
enough.
Ooh, ice
And
dying
Ice
actually.
died.
Gets juggled. Oh, but
And
the engineer
Mike
dies to
died.
spam. Mike dying to stickies. Oh, trying to leave water, apparently. Okay, so... I mean, Demo Scout are really important picks, but having already lost a guy... Well, the engineer would probably... I don't know.
The gun's already dead. I mean, it's not doing anything right now.
Yeah, I
And
don't
they're
know if
trying
there's
to
too
take
much you can do
River.
here.
Red's pushing up River right now.
Yeah, at this point, though... Oh, actually, they get a soldier pick. But Ice is here. Mike's actually trying to go behind on Pyro, getting dead on, down to 19 HP. Pyro can be very nice into this last. Because again, you can play water only with the threat of just
Yeah.
air blasting away any rockets the soldier shoots, and air blasting people off the point that are trying to stop you from capping.
It's
So
definitely a very viable exchange coming up through water and just air blasting everything coming at you a point.
one thing I don't like is that a lot of the time when pyros play water, they just always like die for it. When I feel like you really don't have to. Like you can just play to like reflect some spam, back up. Because once you die, it's like over, and then you'd have to like roll out on that class again if you want. I don't know. But again, minute left. So at this point, they might just be playing for like the pyro trade type of deal.
I'm not gonna
For
lie,
them.
whenever I'm pushing last on Gully Wash, like I want my pocket soldier to maybe play like Bat's backup or something. Just maybe something to take a better exchange if we can't get a successful sack.
Mhm.
It just feels like, you know, Gully is such a hard last to really get a
Okay.
force on.
The pyro's in water, but pays a hefty health tax to do so. And here's a heavy. And again, the pyro. See,
Yeah,
you just
he's
feeding. Like,
immediately dead,
yeah,
yeah.
like you don't have to die just because you're the pyro
No.
in water. You can totally live. That is a full health heavy.
Well, they're gonna have time to spawn up on maybe, I would like maybe a heavy out of Mike or something, and maybe try to take an exchange in the
Yeah, I don't
last.
know. I think we're just gonna see another reset here.
Yeah, I don't know if they have time for it. Nah, he comes up scout.
So I don't think that it's the hold that's just so impossible to break. I think the blue just kind of needs to be more proactive. They're
Yeah.
really not doing anything.
The
You
change
do
comes out
see,
river.
yeah,
So
counter
he
Uber finally
dies.
gets popped. But actually they get the engineer, which is funny, but no hope for this to really get anything.
Yeah, no, this isn't good. Anything.
And actually, they're like getting some kills. Wow,
Yeah,
that was remarkably close. That really had no business being that close, but nonetheless, still a hold and a round reset.
amateur gully wash can definitely become like this.
Yeah. I mean, we did see like they had the pyro, so you already have like maybe a handful of like 3 or 4 plays you can do with that pyro. But rather than choose one of them and go with it, they just kind of sat in river
Yeah,
like
they
as
just
if they were
died in
talking.
river. Yeah, they
They
just
sat there
died
for like a
water.
good 30 seconds, maybe longer, before actually doing anything.
Well, let's see if
Early
blue
into
wins
this
another
mid,
mid. I think it's been both mids have been blue, haven't they? Yeah.
they have, but very close. Could have been playing Fleur. Fluorosa was very weak early on, and actually 44
Demo
minutes
is
dying underneath.
super forward, kills blue's demo.
Yeah, and the blue soldiers just aren't healthy enough to do anything. So actually, as I say that,
He,
Gigafart trying to bomb in to get the med. Danmar 20 HP does live. At this point,
they're still
look,
fighting.
they do want to
They're
fight this,
still
which I don't
fighting.
know if that's the play, because
No soldiers flanking big door. Lucky for
oh,
blue.
and these two players split up, Kazoo and Fluorosa.
Yeah.
Little
Blue medic
miscommunication
needs to
there.
leave.
Yeah, the classic do we climb or just go shutter. In a case like that, the chase actually turned out to be a little slower than I expected, but I think shutter makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I
Just
would have
to,
liked 0 and 608 to
ooh,
be. Oh, they're
double
sacking
soldier
in
bomb.
fast before sentry guns are up, and
Oh
they're getting
my
the force.
god.
Oh
That was a
man.
crazy rocket to milk on, but Flarosa did
Yeah.
not drop. Very
And
close to a drop.
they're still holding Riverside. Oh, they're back to second.
Ooh, Nova's very forward. Oh, and actually just kills the medic. Gigafart dying as well while
This
sacking.
may be really bad for blue.
Yeah, this is... I mean, it's full add into last, which you
And
hope
they're
to be a
down a
pretty high
soldier.
percentage chance to score
Yeah.
around.
There's a sniper in river right now for blue.
And since the med died as well, like these players on last just don't have buffs yet. They're gonna get some now.
They're taking their time.
Yeah, I think it's fine to take things slow here. And
There's a
honestly,
soldier
like,
in water.
there is. Okay, you know where the gun is. They use river. Pyro's trying to stop it, but unable to keep players out at this point because you're just trying to introduce chaos to the Uber. And the Uber did lose too, actually. They get the kill with the Pyro now, but now down 3. I don't know
Ooh.
what... I think the soldier who was water
The,
died very early on
yeah,
in water.
the
It
flank
looks like
players
both of them died
died
in water,
too
actually.
fast. The flank players died immediately during their own team's Uber, and that just kind of made
Yeah.
it bad for them.
Unfortunate. Well, now Fluorosa with some ad, about 30%. And they're just chilling lobby. But Shutter is definitely a hard door to get through. Very spammable. Most teams, they prefer their combo to go through River, and they're actually all backing up to last.
Yeah, I
They want to play the
personally, I'd
Stevens.
probably just, yeah, holding Gully Wash last, you're like, man, like, there's so many back cap opportunities. Like, someone doesn't hold Baby Door for like 1 second, the scout gets through. especially on an AM team.
Well, they're pressuring now, which is weird because Ubers have
Yeah,
now
now
evened
they've
out.
waited till the
Oh,
Ubers have evened
no.
out. Oh, and Florosa died. No.
That is very sad. Well, I mean, I guess they held full disad last without a medic before, so maybe they can do it again. Oh, but now
No.
down a soldier. This is
Oh.
so much harder. This gun's gonna go down pretty imminently, and everyone's in spawn. There aren't even traps on point,
Yeah,
so this should just be
this
an easy
has to be a
scout
round
cap.
for red here. There's this soldier in secret spamming point.
Everyone's on point, easy to clean up.
Yeah, I mean,
Unfortunate.
honestly, spawning up sniper there for blue is a crazy play on Disad, like, and walking forward with it, not playing a forward spawn. But it worked out really well for them.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I
I
think,
mean, for red, yeah, sorry.
yeah, I mean, we saw Moggers were like, they backed up to last as they were getting Uber, and only after like things evened out they tried to push out, which was just kind of strange.
Yeah, they
Anyway,
waited.
looking at a new mid and immediately 44 bombing and trading out with Owen. Florosa and Ice both pretty weak right now, and Salty Pepper up the drop down yet again, and yet another very easy flank onto the medic, and that's
Yep,
a very easy cleanup.
wasn't
Gets like
that.
4 rockets off as well.
No one even
Yeah.
turns for him. It's
Denver is weak
unfortunate.
though, so Kazoo as well, probably unspotted in their own drop down with some potential
He is hiding. Oh,
playmaking opportunities. Oh, and look at this, the med drops
oh my
down.
God. Why does he go for
Just
the
the
scout?
scout.
Why?
Unfortunate.
Oh man.
Oh, this ad last yet again. Guns going up. Guns very forward as well. It's going to be hard to kind of get
They took it. They
leveled
took
up
it
there.
through. Oh, I haven't. I don't think I've seen the. Yeah, we've seen the red. They took it through river last time, so
They Ubered through main actually with their most
never
recent
mind. I'm
Uber. The
completely
failed
wrong.
Uber was through river though, yeah. Yeah, we do have a pyro though.
Coming river.
Playing that river door, playing to
Getting
stuff
stuff.
it. Doing a decent job actually.
Going
And
well.
actually we
They're
have
really
Nova
stuffing
going
it.
water. Will soon meet a soldier and will go down. The rest of the combos in water as well. Soldiers in secret though, that's kind of threatening, but gets spotted, is being dealt with as we speak. So it's definitely looking like a hold. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of how
No, they've already
cleanly
backed
this.
up river on
Ooh,
red
ice.
medic and combo.
Okay, Salty Pepper dying there. Yeah, absolutely an opportunity to push out now. But again, combo going lobby. A little suspicious. Looks like they're routing towards river now. Okay. And with
Nope.
this nice high
Holding
ground,
lobby
should be
right
an easy
now.
push. Oh yeah,
And
Mike
looks
actually
like
tying the traps. There won't be a back cap opportunity from the other team. Oh, what a crazy surf
oh, and
burst.
forces the med off of a nice
Yeah,
little,
had to use, otherwise it would
yeah.
take fall damage. I wasn't even
And
seeing if that was like surfing off a sync bomb or something, because I've never seen a med
I think
fly
it
that
had to be
high.
a stink bomb. He took 130 before fall damage.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Well, nice force, but denying 2 means you could pressure forward if you'd like. Doesn't seem like that's happening. Gigafart trying to hide above choke. Although they are peeking choke, so now the soldier
Yeah,
would
this
like to
pocket
do
scout's
some
in,
nice
getting
damage.
blocked off, kind of forced to
Yeah,
take the
and gets the
fight.
demo. There's a lot of disconnection happening here, and now both soldiers are in the same doorway. There's no soldier with the combo,
They gotta watch
and
out for this
yeah, they
side
want
right
to take
now.
this Uber.
Oh,
They actually
there's
just
debut.
pop. They get a soldier on the flank, but that's about it, and
Yep.
actually Salty Pepper dying, meaning this is a pretty comfy refight. And actually the other soldier's committing as well. Oh, and going to be going down here. And that's 2 soldier picks, so this should be a very easy dry push. It's they don't have yet, but still, with the picks alone, you should be able to take this point. They are going big door. They have to look out for Nova traps. I don't know if Mike was taking damage from the trap there or just the scout, but very weak. And easy cap here. No one to deny. They can keep going forward. It is still 40 ad even.
Yeah, I mean, they should be taking second off of this.
Mm-hmm. So they
Hopefully.
are. Oh, and look at this. This medic
Through
is
big
completely caught.
door. This med is
They are not.
caught.
They haven't used their Uber yet. The
This
sooner that
med
they
is
can go
very
catch
caught.
this medic, 80% no one to heal, so this med is guaranteed going to be dying without getting Uber. It's just a
They
matter of
still
what
haven't used.
they
Okay.
have not, which is going to work out for them. But if Ubers were a little slimmer there and that med were at like 80 instead of 70 when they pushed in, then that would have been a play that lets Danmar get Uber in time. But no, they do have this full add into last. And I think this is the first time that blue has had proper add into
I
last.
think so too,
So
yeah.
while they might be pretty ill-equipped to break the stalemate, with some add, things could be a lot different. So they
And they
do just
used the
use the
river
river.
fast, yeah.
Ooh, the engineer's
The
dying for
NG's
the gun as
caught,
well, so they have a
yeah.
pick. Ooh, one of their own soldiers dies, however. And they are ending on the low ground, so ice will just immediately go down. And
This
that's
doesn't look
probably,
great for blue.
yeah, I think that's
And the
it.
medic is caught.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full
and
wipe.
it's a wipe for blue.
That
That's
gully wash post uber positioning, very important.
yep. I feel like a lot of the soldiers are getting caught pretty early in their own team's
Yeah,
Ubers.
like Soldier is really, really, really good on gully wash last for both attacking and defending. So yeah, I don't know. You don't have to take risks
Mm.
that could get you killed if you know that you're about to have to defend last or your team's about to Uber into last, for example. Oh man, 44 jumping. Or no, that's other soldier. Gigafart is just hiding above choke here.
This
Ooh,
is
a
like a
really high
complete
spot.
complete 180. I mean, now Reds has Uber in the second.
Ooh, Gigafart might just be dying here, maybe. Not even a trade. Unlucky. Oh, and 44 is caught as well, so this is two soldiers.
Yep.
Getting the force, however, or rather, Reds
Yeah.
taking an aggro Uber into lobby, but not getting any kills with it. So Gigafart and 44 kind of bailing out their Uber by giving them those picks, to be honest. Still two soldier picks into last, so if Red... Okay, nope, they are super passive. Just climbing backside point. They could
Oh,
have
Owen goes
really
in.
made some... Okay, this is some weird disconnection. They could have
Oh,
really made some stuff happen there with those picks, but I don't know. Now they're just building passively.
they're not that passive. I mean, they're still on second, but it's gonna even out. They're waiting. Soldier
Yeah,
in.
honestly, they have built this Uber very well, and Kazoo dying as well means that I don't know if this push out is going to work. They do get Owen, but there's still no scout with the combo, meaning you don't really have a good class to take this Uber, and considering that it has now evened out as well, not so great. Crazy how that Uber was able to just completely even out before Moggers even pushed.
Yeah, I mean, no trap spot. Come on.
Oh man, 20 HP on Flarosa.
Oh, good milk.
We could see a
I
counter
I
stack
watched I
here.
watched Edmar almost walk into traps in river. I mean, that was
Really?
he almost walked into six stickies. That could have been real bad. The counter stack
44.
already happened, but
I would love to see one of these teams actually bring their heels into River for a counter sack. I
oh,
think that would be
salty
very
peppers on
nice.
spy.
Yes.
So I will be watching that one because I love going spy into gully wash. It is so much
And
fun.
while rolling out, just kind of off-class checking as
Not
well. Checks for a sniper.
he's on stocks knife. I hate that.
Yeah.
Gotta go big earner personally.
I've been using Beginner more. I do like it. It's
If
nice.
if you get caught, you're gonna
Oh,
die anyway. So you might as well use
is this
big
kind of
earner.
just a cloak and dagger, like hide and do
Yeah.
nothing, though? I really... Man, this is unfortunate. Because none of
Um,
them were aware at all. None of them were spy checking at all. And I wonder if they're going to start by the time this spy gets into position.
oh man, the spy is in position. Hasn't didn't get rid of his cloak and dagger.
Oh, decloaking
Why
now.
is no? That's not how you
Ah.
do it. Why do you? Never mind.
I
Why
mean,
does he
Flarosa was down to
decloak?
like 20 HP there. That was
He
sketchy.
decloaked in the hitbox of Flarosa instead of decloaking behind him so we can actually get the stab. Because like once you
Yeah.
feel someone on you, you know what I'm talking about. You can
Yeah,
feel a
true.
spy touching you.
I think a little bit of, well, just more pressure there would be nice as well, to be
Yeah, you
honest.
definitely want a distraction while you're going in for the stab.
We do have an aggro bomb here from Owen, but there is still that level 3 gun, meaning that type of fast sack timing before your team can set up to pressure. Not going to be so successful here as it would be before the hold is established. You're definitely going to need a little more precision and a little more delicacy.
So you got a minute. What do you do on Gully Wash Last? You got a minute and you're even
Um,
players, even Ubers.
Minute
What are
left.
you
I
planning?
expect to just see an exchange. I think an exchange shutter probably makes the most sense to like really
Okay, well
easily
Red's
get the
on
gun.
snipers, so they're not going with your
Oh,
plan.
yeah. Well, that's what I was expecting. My plan would just be to 4-man, honestly. I'm
Okay.
warming up to 4-mans a lot.
I like a four-man on Gully Wash.
This sniper's not
Essentially,
even gonna be able to, like, take a shot
no,
before
there's
it's, like, 10
nothing
seconds
before
left.
this time's over. Yeah.
Yeah, this will not have any time whatsoever
I
to
mean,
make
maybe a
anything happen.
hero shot. That's pretty much all you can
I
hope
think that
for.
you could literally drop the med with this sniper and still reset. Okay, they do take the exchange at least.
Oh, so sniper post.
Decent cap time, actually, so
Gets the heavy.
the sniper did provide value. If they get enough picks with that cap time, they could play a post. Blue's health
Doesn't
is
hit
just
the
much
demo. If
better.
he got the demo, that would have been.
Ooh,
Oh, Owen kills
and oh my
Orosa.
god, the med.
And they
The
get the
med just caps, what?
Danmar
Oh
with the
no.
cap. What a player.
That is crazy.
Oh, man. Oh, my. That was a crazy exchange, but killing the heavy with the 450 headshot is just so much
Yeah, it
value. I
provided
can't
value.
lie.
And honestly, a sniper in main is like
Yeah.
a pain to deal with on the point because you can just spot it.
Like, you have to commit a soldier to kill him, and the med took a great sticky
Ooh, Salty
from
Pepper
Ice
immediately up
there.
drop, and Flarosa going to get a pack, just gets
Oh,
one-rocketed, and there goes Ice as well. It's really looking like it's falling apart here for Moggers, as it's just two scouts trying to get Danmar, who is pretty weak, 60 HP, and the scout dying. Now Danmar has no one to heal. Owen goes down as well. It's just Danmar left,
that
and
is
yet
that
again.
is wild. I mean, they went down what 4 to 2 players on
Mhm.
blue, and Kazoo and Mike just cleaned the rest up. Owen was weak, but other than that, I mean, that was
I
kind of
think
just
that every single mid that Mongers has won has been because they have two combat players left that clean up, despite like losing their med, maybe first of anyone in the like
they've
mid.
let a player up drop down multiple times. I
True, yeah.
think I think at a point you got to start having your roamer just spot drop
Yeah,
down or
either spot
something.
that or like I mean, these soldiers have been like taking fights. We actually have 44 on sniper here until last. I mean, we've seen um soldiers like taking fights near drop down under the point. So you know the guy is there, meaning, you know, you should have a good idea that that's a threat and maybe walk forward so that he's kind of useless
Yeah, so
behind,
he's
I
kind
guess.
of stuck in choke. Yeah.
Yeah, or send the guy back to fight, as you mentioned. Gigafart here actually just dying in lobby. So this is kind of a wasted sack, unfortunately.
Owen's
They're
fighting lobby.
yeah. Now,
Not gonna die for it.
I feel like if a team is down a player and still just kind of lingering in like forward positions in lobby and river, then just bombing like a full
Just
buff soldier into them river.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
we can see
jump
how,
river.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sniper just effortlessly went down. But that's probably like a pretty solid counter sack.
Owen kills Mike in lobby though on the counter sacks, and they're down 2.
Yeah. Just a lot of lingering. A lot of lingering after losing your guy.
I
Ooh, Owen
just
through
I
shutter unspotted.
Yep, yep. You know, blue
Won't be able to
demo
get that
man
rocket off.
needs to
Ooh,
hold
Ice is gonna
shutter.
die though. Look at this damage. They actually just get the point off of that counter sack.
Like blue demo needs to hold shutter on these whenever your team's already sacked. Like you have to.
That is,
It's
yeah,
like
generally the hold. Just
your
like someone has to be aware of that.
because like your soldier can hold river so easily. You
Well, it
don't
is
need
still evens here on
yeah.
mid this time. I don't know if we've seen a stalemate on mid yet.
No, it's always been on the last point so far.
There's definitely a lot, even without those defensive off classes, it can be so difficult to do anything into Gully Wash second just because the options are very, like,
Yeah.
restrictive.
I would say like if the defensive demo man is good at holding baby door, it becomes like annoying. Because
Mhm.
like I think the plan is usually you want to get someone behind,
Yeah,
try to
I
come up
mean, the
river.
fact that unlike any other point in a 5 CP, there's only 2 doors rather than like 3
Yeah.
and sometimes more. So you just kind of have to go one of those 2 doors. Choke can be very difficult. If you play around the spam well, then choke is actually like a pretty solid door to pressure. Um, big door as well is a lot easier to pressure, but as you mentioned, like against a demo that's properly holding baby, getting a guy behind is kind of off the table, or at least more difficult. And actually pressuring big door itself, if they're playing the angles, can be difficult. As Kazoo actually gets behind. You do have a scout chasing behind to 1v1. Nomi did have the buff, but Kazoo with some better shots is now winning as far as the health is
Is
concerned.
he gonna kill the scout?
Might be better health for
Oh,
sure. It's still a coin
the
flip.
shot.
Nomi gets the pack,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah, Kazoo dying there, unfortunately. The second that and when I'm 1v1ing someone and they take the pack that I wanted, I immediately just I lose all confidence. I just think
Yeah,
that I'm losing.
I'm leaving, yeah.
Ooh, Owen
Well,
actually killing a
Owen
scout
gets
from a
into
drop down
drop
bomb.
down, yeah. And now this is I don't know, Red's
Oh yeah,
walking up.
Gigafart's dying as well, getting focused down by both scouts.
They're leaving the
Ice,
second pretty fast.
very weak, is able to get out, but again, just kind of bleeding players at this point, emerging a point even. So Gigafart getting denied. Now it's Red's turn to pressure. How pushed up Moggers combo is in
Just
big game as
a
well.
just a slight critique on how 44's holding choke because he just died is like playing lamp there is so much better than playing the choke. But blue is out. I don't know. I don't think they
Yeah.
need to be that far out.
Yeah, they positioned everyone except the one person choke, like
That was
super forward
even
mid
with
board.
one player disad. I think you still hold.
And I should point out as well that we are in overtime, meaning
Oh
if
yeah. If
if
Red
phone
wins
number
this,
can
it's
crack
over.
this hold
Yeah.
and actually score rounds, then yeah, that's gonna be the game. And honestly, like they have really shown some dominance on Gully. I mean, just like what we've seen now to get to this point. This was evens on mid with
I,
Moggers controlling mid,
yeah.
and they
They
just
took
slowly
it.
but surely got picks to.
It was on last in the beginning. They were
Oh yeah, and
blue
then
was
the
fighting
counter
last,
sack
and
out
then
of
it came to
last. Yeah,
stalemate on mid, and then now we're
true.
back to their own last.
Ooh,
Nova
nice
died.
fast counter sack there from Gigafart. Gets the demo. That's a really important pick.
Yeah, now they're kind of stuck in river. They're gonna take an exchange.
Salty Pepper is very aggro in river as well.
Oh,
Very
Ice is
alone.
locking out choke pretty well.
Ooh, but look at these soldiers from red. They're kind of behind the combo. Salty
Yeah.
Pepper bombing
Oh,
in. Ice goes down.
Owen's in
Owen's
now.
trying to collapse. Good damage on the scout. Actually gets that rocket off to secure the trade. Overall,
Everyone's
it's
still
pretty much even
fighting.
numbers for this fight. Lemon dying, though, that's the only scout that Red has at their disposal, meaning they are
Salty
just going to have
Pepper's
to
out of
leave.
ammo. He's
Yeah,
stuck
I
in
had
a
to
corner
walk
with the
over to
escape plan.
the rock to pick it up.
Oh,
So
that's
Blue
tough.
will win this fight. Close one, though. That was very, very
True.
losable.
The demo being caught by Gigafart on the counter attack really just kind of opened up the rest of the space.
And they did have picks into mid. I mean, they still have a pick as Salty Pepper rolls out. Very slim timing window. But
Oh man,
they're
Kazoo
trying to get
gets
through choke.
locked out.
Yeah, a little slow to do what they wanted to do,
This is
unfortunately. Ooh, and the Gigafart dying on the
yeah.
flank, maybe?
This may be a pressure into second right
Oh,
now.
dying in drop down. Oh no. And look at how many players have flooded
And
behind right now. Salty
the
Pepper is
demo
in
is
river.
not climbed.
Salty Pepper is here to pinch.
Oh
No,
man.
Flarosa has to pull
Oh,
out
he
the bows.
drops.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean the demo was completely separated from the combo there. Didn't climb with them, so I mean like do you really want to use their I'd probably still not want to drop, but at the same time like he
Well, it
wasn't
was
gonna get
impossible. It was impossible to use because
yeah.
they pulled out the arrows.
Oh,
So that was
okay.
just a guaranteed drop.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, your demo getting disconnected from the combo there just kind of just caused any Uber you wanted to take into second to try to exchange maybe before the point was taken was horrible. And so now Red's full ad on last. Well, not full ad, but
Hmm.
significant ad going through Shutter. Blue
Pyro can't
Soldier
really
living
stuff the
behind.
door, but
Blue
Pyro
Soldier's
will go
behind,
down.
killing nobody.
Uber has a pick, a lot of cap time, and it's just a
Yeah, it's
collapse.
over. Yeah. Yeah, Blue just kind of fed too many players and their pushes they wanted to take. I mean, losing Kazoo there and then still pressuring mid was kind of a not the best choice, probably. You probably want to back up on evens there, but they
I
kept
think
committing players.
some of it
Yeah.
might also have to do with like playing with ringers or whatnot, but a lot of it is just like disconnection as a team. Because,
Yeah.
for example, if you're pressuring into last on even Ubers and you're a soldier, like a pocket soldier, and you're pressuring shutter, peeking shutter, you can be doing that at a completely normal time and like normal based on the context of the game and just have it be a
Yeah.
complete feed if your combo is just backed up river for some reason. Versus if your
There was a
combo's in lobby for a pressure cook, then it makes perfect sense. So
there
like
were Yeah, there was a lot of players that I think on both teams. I'm not gonna say it was just one team, but it was definitely more blue team that were getting caught in the sacks and into the counter sack, just like being not pressuring at the same time and trying to back up in the lobby at bad times. And then I think blue, I would really, if any kind of, critique for their demo needs to hold shutter on the counter sacks because they kept Owen got in free a few times on the counter sacks through shutter. And I'm looking at the logs right now, and Owen was kind of pounding, and so was Salty Pepper.
This is such a crazy log because I
Yeah,
see
I can't
how
lie.
many there are. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 savage minutes. So every single scout is getting sent to about one scout actually getting
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, like that scout, I don't know if you're playing with smoke or daylight, like sometimes
Yeah,
it's a hard
it
it's
can
a
be tough.
hard it's a hard role to play on Gully
I mean, to be
Wash.
fair, like, none of them are, like, feeding or anything like this. I don't
Yeah,
think any of them are beefing. Like, for example, Lemon has 140 damage a minute, but also, like, 100 damage taken,
yeah,
which is, like those are, like, medic numbers of damage taken. Because I mean, if you're just, like, on engineer on your last or just watching main as your team and your projectiles pressure into last, then yeah, you're not going to be getting damage.
it's true.
Um,
It's a tough map for scouts, I can't lie, especially like I didn't see any like great pressures out of any of the scouts. Like I didn't see anything crazy for any of the last holds. It felt like red when they were pushing last, they didn't have to sack, but when blue was pushing last, they just couldn't figure out a sack.
yeah. Well, that's not going to be an issue here on Bagel.
Yeah.
While just based on the log of the previous game, I mean, we talked about how
Soldiers
these
are dominant on Bagel.
yeah, these first 2 maps can be very projectile dependent, and we did see very strong projectile performances from Owen, Salty Pepper, and Nova on phone number. So that could bode pretty poorly for Moggers. That being said, however, based on, I mean, just those gully wash mids from Moggers, sure, they could not keep their med alive, ever, but
Yeah, that
they
is
had some
I
crazy
mean,
salvages, and salvage
I'm looking at
being
the
able to
deaths and
oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
true,
if
that
you've
is
seen it,
another,
but it's like 12 med deaths on Forosa and 4 on Danmar. I mean, that's not gonna win you the game.
yeah, absolutely. Um, but we were seeing good salvages at least, and I think that if you can have some salvage fights, especially, like, salvage fights when the point is still in your favor, then they can maybe win some time in those scrappy fights and whatnot, maybe keep it close. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I actually drop some money here on on phone
I
number.
think if I'm gonna put predictions, it's gonna be I've seen Owen 608 2 seasons ago in AM, and he's still playing AM. So I think he has a little bit more experience than some of the other soldiers, and especially like if you're good at taking right house and getting damage on the demo man and mid, like you can really kind of just make Bagel just bad for the other team. If you get 100 damage rockets on the demo and mid, like it's tough.
True. Yeah, I think what this will come down to is probably who's winning the fights in the houses, as well as whether Moggers can keep Fluorosa alive. Because if they're dying a lot, then this might just be an unwinnable game.
I mean, I think it's a little bit different because, like, I don't know, whenever you're playing Bagel and Soldier, you're not thinking about, like, hey, let's double bomb, med, first mid. I mean, it's a viable strat, but it's not something that's as common. You kind of just want to you want to win your mid, you want to win your house fight. So I mean, like, I think it depends on, I don't know, personally, whenever I play Bagel, like, if my flank scout is just able to help any house at any time. It
Mhm.
kind of just dominates. I don't really know the scouts because they weren't doing uh not that they weren't doing much in the last map, but it was a very soldier kind of map. Like, if someone's scout is kinda dominating on Bagel, it kinda makes, like, house fights so free because 'cause you're taking 2v1s everywhere.
Mhm.
And it's just everything becomes so much easier, like, when you wanna pressure right house or you're getting fought left house. I would just, like, love to see, I think it's Noemi on red and Mike on blue. Like, if they're able to kind of, just coordinate with their soldiers in the house, like, this becomes such an easier map for either of the teams.
True. Yeah, that is, an under what's the word I'm looking for? I guess underappreciated, but just kind of not talked about enough role is flank scout being able to help out. A lot of the time, flank scouts like to, or at least like before learning Bagel very well, like to just default play with their roamer like they do on
Yeah,
every other map. But
yeah,
having that flank scout mostly gravitate towards the left house and help out left house, only to rotate over for those shoves on right,
yeah.
tends to be a little bit better. Because of course
I
the
would
left house is the one you want to have control of all the time, whereas the right house is something you're just
yeah.
shoving occasionally.
I would say, like, whenever you play Bagel, I don't know if like how often you roam on it, but I would say like whenever we have point, I just want to like help point, and we don't have point. I'm just trying to get my flank scout to come over and help shove.
Mm.
It's kind of like the default whenever I've played, but I think it's like I don't know, man. Pocket soldier on Bagel. Sometimes you just get exposed by the other roamer, and it kind of hurts. Like there's a I don't if you guys have ever played Pocket Soldier on Bagel, there's an edge in the left house that makes it so when you try to surf backwards, you just get stuck, and it's extremely painful, and you just like know you've lost the fight, and now you're just a player down.
Yeah, that it's always frustrating when, I'm trying to play the point or doing something on Bagel and my soldier left rather than getting out and living. Like, I don't expect my guy to stop the shove, although if they do, that's, like, goated. No, I just want them to, like, let us know about it and
You want
live,
them to
get that
live.
pack.
That's what
Yeah,
you want them to do, but,
but
like,
when they
if you
shove
get
and my
stuck,
soldier dies, it's like,
you
"Ah, really?
damn, yeah,
This
you're
is
like,
your one
"Ah,
job, man."
man, just live, please." I know, it's a tough map for a pocket soldier. Like, if you're beating the shove, you feel like a champ. If you're losing to the shove, you feel like you're just costing your team the map.
Yeah. Some soldiers really hate playing left house because it just feels like you're kind of
It's
babysitting the same door, and
you
some
are.
people really like it because you just get to shoot rockets,
Yeah,
and
you're just like
it's
it's like
simple.
MGE mod for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, we talk about the houses, but this is such a great map for demo man. Like, that. You can just farm on this map if
That's
you start hitting
true.
everything.
It's very easy also to just take a lot of damage.
Yes, because
Um,
the medic is beaming you nonstop.
we're actually live here. Something that's tricky about this map on demo is, like, on demo in general, it's a good idea to kinda get used to just, like, spam lanes and kind of spam angles you can take to actually shoot over objects that you know people are hiding behind. Like a classic one is like shooting behind the rock on product, and there's a lot of that on Bagel that can take some figuring
Oh,
out.
yeah, I mean, just like, I don't know, whenever you get hit with this sticky kind of sink on behind point, you just feel crazy.
Oh man, Ice might just die. Couldn't get a bow in time. Went down to 3 HP, but is able to live. But because of this passive positioning, yeah, that point might just flip. And Gigafart actually dying on point. Yeah, it does go down.
Yeah.
A little ill-opportune shove there as well. Just kind of caught out in no man's land. So down a player and not even having the point here, definitely
I
an
feel like
uncomfortable
I hear a
position.
direct hit. There is a direct hit on 44.
Oh yeah, that
I was
left house
wondering. I was like, I
DH.
definitely hear that.
Honestly, like left house is a nice house to run like banners and stuff as well, just
It's
because you don't
true.
really have to bomb around as much. Taking that 1v1 DH versus Owen. Owen's definitely winning with that splash damage. And I can't help but notice that Nova died, and there's an Uber exchange going on. It looked like Nova died trying to cross the
Shoulder's gonna
point.
die and left out. Yeah.
Yeah, both soldiers dying as well. Lemon caught also actually will be getting out, but Gigafart being down, you can still soft forward hold. You
You
can still get
can't
up
forward
traps
with a
left.
direct hit on 44.
Oh, he picked up the
Oh, he
original,
picked up the
actually.
original.
Very nice.
What a
Scout's
player.
already getting through left, though, so it looks like the forward hold will be very short-lived. But at least, like, forcing them to rotate to that door, I suppose, helps get you a couple seconds, which can add up. But yeah, looking at an even Ubers, even players fight here with Moggers controlling the point. So
Well, they're
Ice going
just
for some
they're just
spam.
kind of spamming. Yep.
Oh, I don't know where Owen was even bombing from, but I saw he was like 40 HP.
He went behind a little bit onto their ramp side and just double bombed back.
Really good cap time, though, and actually
They're
just
taking
taking
me.
the Uber.
Whoa.
LaRosa has
Whoa,
not
whoa.
been building well. Oh, no.
Wow. There must have been a Danmark call with just seeing their Uber percentage or
A
something. He
potential
had to
spot, but
respond.
honestly, like, Ice was just kind of alone, and that's a good enough target to take the exchange on to begin with, I think.
Yeah.
I imagine that's what they were
And then
going
it's
for at
just
first, and
lucky enough
then,
that
yeah.
Forest doesn't have. So
But I
that's
do want to
the
point out how free the cap time was for phone number. Like, the scout was just not really contesting the point. It was very easy for them to cap.
they're
Oh,
coming out main for
44
the
is...
4-man.
Damn,
Damar dies.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
that's some nice consolation.
And they're going.
This is
I
a
don't
very
know where
late death
the
from Ice,
other. Oh,
unfortunately.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know where Ice was.
Like, wandered through a house. In those four-man situations, definitely, once you get that objective, you don't want a late death. Just go, like, headbutt someone and die.
Yeah. I mean, great 4-man getting the death. I mean, the red didn't even. Damar didn't even have Uber yet,
Mhm.
so had to kill him.
Yep. A lot of time add, though, for the red team. We can maybe expect a four-man here as they try and cap the point. Flarosa is pretty committed, so a four-man would work out quite nicely.
Yep. They're going in.
Oh, and the drop.
Yeah.
And that was only 2 soldiers bombing as well, so if Red's feeling
Yeah.
spicy, they could even just try and cap the
They
point.
could
And
fight
actually,
this. Yeah,
a
they're
trap
fighting
kill
this.
as
Yeah.
well is going to make this very fightable. You have to look out for the remaining players just salvaging, as we do see Ice bombing in. No one else bombing with them, though, as here the cavalry are in, but a nice air fight from Nova will take out
Uh,
44, and then Kazoo last to die. Little, like, solo bombs rather than going together, but that's just such a difficult situation to deal with to begin with. We are looking at a proper forward hold. Danmar, again, having ad, only this time having an Uber with which to potentially save themselves, if need be.
Where's the other soldier? Oh, he's coming.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, sometimes you see, like, aggressive soldier Ubers into lobby.
They're not
Um,
taking it, but I love that too. That's like my favorite thing to call.
yeah, it can be quite nice.
You just
Honestly, with,
get.
like, how little time there was, just getting picks would have been... I don't know. I mean, they're
Oh,
kind of
now they're
crunching end
using
game
in.
anyway.
They're taking the
Yeah.
exchange in-house on a soldier.
With the number of picks that are coming in for phone number, it's hard to imagine this fight's going to go poorly for them, as Salty Pepper just going to be cleaning up for Florosa, the last one alive, and now it's just spawners trying to get to point, which they are not fast enough for.
I, right now, it's looking like just the soldiers are just kind of collapsing well on the red team and just not dying as much as the blue team soldiers, personally.
I think better Ubers as well. I mean, it was
Yeah.
very costly that Florosa just wasn't building as well as Danmar and was just straight up caught to their Uber.
Yeah.
That definitely makes things difficult. Plus, like, the drop and the four-man, it just makes things much harder to win as a result. So we do actually have a sniper. Nomi is playing in main right now.
Whoa.
This is not really a map that Sniper's good
Kind
on.
of
I
wild
don't...
when you're winning to bring out the off class on Bagel.
Yeah, I don't know what the theory
Kind of
behind it is.
interesting choice.
Has certainly been spotted by Kazoo at the very least. And Owen going down
Okay, and kills
gets the shot
Kazoo.
off. Oh no, both scouts are dying. I mean, I feel like considering that they have a sniper, it's just you just non-stop shove right house, for example.
Yeah.
Like in perpetuity, because they just can't have a scout. It's always going to be a 1v2. Oh, look at this. Kazoo in. Trying to get that force, does get it. As long as no one else dies, it is full ad for Fluorosa. Unfortunately, though, you have to break a forward hold with a
With a
sniper.
sniper, so you're gonna basically be
Yeah.
forced to use N.
So this might just be a pop through main
Yeah.
type of situation. That's probably what I would want to do here. And Danmar very safe and sound back in left house as well. No, they are actually getting through concrete cleanly, but you need to spot the sniper like ASAP because
Yeah. I mean, he's still playing the same spot he was playing earlier. You know he's main.
yeah, back in main. Oh,
And
and gets
kills
the demo
ice.
actually.
This is
High bomb
tough.
as well
And the
from
soldier's
Owen.
high.
Gross
And
is
he's
unaware, misses the spoon, is able to get a rocket. Single digit HP Fluorosa uses, just barely surviving.
Oh man, I
They
told
will
you
get
he'd
the
go
point.
for it. I told you he'd go
Yeah,
for it.
at that minus 65 and then a fat rocket after, but it wasn't enough to kill the med. Unfortunate. And the sync bomb there was like a guaranteed drop.
Oh, I mean, no one
You do
spotted him.
you,
He could
yeah.
just hit 2 rockets and be done with it. But, you
Oh, now
know,
it's full disad. Still a sniper on Nomi. I feel like pushing with a sniper is even worse than holding,
yeah,
but
I don't know what's going on. It's maybe I don't know. I don't want to say it's BM, but I don't understand the sniper at all personally on Bagel.
I think it is bad. I think that giving up a scout that can be helping out on the point and houses is just bad and worse. But
Yeah.
if oh, we actually see this Uber taken, Fluorosa is caught to it as well. It's just a matter of whether
Yeah.
they can recollapse. Ice dying
Well,
there. Oh, I thought the zoo
Noemi's
would be posted up for
uh,
the post Uber trying to kill Danmar, but no, they will get out.
Noemi lived to 2 flank players for some reason and kills Kazoo, so
Yeah, this is
but
looking
kills Dan.
rough.
I mean, Danmar
Oh
dies,
yeah,
so
that's a good salvage. And actually the time is like pretty even, so this isn't terrible.
no, definitely not. Especially like especially blue having all their spawners now.
Yeah.
I'd love to
And it
see a
looks
little
like
bit of a forward hold maybe.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, but 44 is just going in. Gets the demo
Yeesh.
though, so valuable trade at least.
Okay. Okay, that's a choice.
Okay, players are getting through the forward
Salty
hold.
Pepper's
Owen
going
actually
behind.
rebound onto point, but has
Salty
Grander and could
Pepper's
have.
behind main, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, and this is a nice bomb.
Oh, he
Fluorosa
kills for us.
goes down. Well, just like that, back on the back foot for Moggers. Definitely a position they've been familiar with, but their salvages and their formats have not been terrible. They've been able to clean up
It's true.
Danmar when it matters. And considering they have the point, they can maybe make something happen here with a nice four-man.
The medic on blue is he's not really committed. He's baiting main.
A lot of cap time. The flank players are dying. Okay, it is the four-man. Ice bombs in. Danmar gets piped, and just like that, a
Oh,
rocket will clean him
yep.
up. Nice parting gift there from Ice. The alley-oop to, I believe that was Gigafart, dropping the medic.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, successful four-man. And actually, even though it feels like Moggers have been on the back foot more often than not, they actually have time ad here. And with the Uber ad, it's like pretty good. So
Yeah,
despite
no,
like
this is
a lot of these,
definitely winnable for Moggers right
yeah,
now. I mean, I think right now you're just looking to maybe take it on to Danmar, who's not very, who's pretty far
ooh,
forward. I
four-man
mean, he's
comes in,
on
gets the
concrete.
force, gets a scout as well,
I
and
mean,
they
this
get
medic
out.
is. Oh, they're getting out. Yeah.
Oh, no. I have never
Oh,
seen a four-man get 2 kills and the force and no one even dies. Make that 3 kills.
oh
That is
man, that's tough.
actually just clinical. That bodes very
Yeah.
poorly, and they get the point as well. It's hard to not, well, I guess Fluorosa can get an Uber by the time it hits overtime, so you have a shot, but it's very likely that phone number is getting overtime
I
here.
think you're seeing a
Ooh,
aggressive
44
Uber
is
right
through
here.
main, unspotted. Looks
Danmar's
like they
still
will
not
just be
using.
sacking.
Danmar's still not using.
Okay,
Still
could be
milking.
four-man.
He doesn't use. So this is still evens into a forward hold.
Yeah, 20 seconds left now. They're gonna try to break this forward. both soldiers on the door. They actually just used
They're taking
through.
exchange, yeah.
Ooh, Mike dying is very unfortunate. Ooh, Nova very weak though in right house. However, in the post, it's looking like Red are getting more kills. Ice goes down. Yeah, this is definitely looking like cleanup crew from Owen and company. Although, as I say that, Owen does go down. Not going
Salty
to matter.
Pepper has heals in right house. I
Yeah,
mean, for them, it's just
pretty
spamming
unlosable.
down the way. Yeah,
Mike actually not even going for it. Too scared.
yeah. I mean, they need to take they need to not have Mike or one of their flank players dying on these exchanges, and it's really costing them like any collapse possible. Their
Yeah,
their flank players have died multiple times. He's collapsed on Bagel. You just want to stay alive for a second.
we are looking at round number 3 now. 2-0 lead for phone number. And Nova eating some spam, Ice eating some spam. Just normal story. Oh, but the shove actually
44
kills
died.
it.
Yeah,
44. Kazoo dying on point
that
as
pocket
well.
soldier roll sometimes.
Ice is next to go. This is
Owen's
a super
in.
collapse. Mike
It's
is
a
caught.
collapse. Yeah.
Just Gigafart and Flarosa leaving. And we might see a forward hold here. Maybe a soft forward hold since you're down a soldier. Nope, there.
I'm just gonna back
Salty
up.
Pepper
It
just
looks
getting some
like.
ammo.
Nope.
Might be a
He's
little slow on the door. So this is like it. Oh,
ooh, could be bad for Red if they lose on
yeah,
the
they're like
door.
very forcibly positioned to force
They
here.
did
Oh, but
use.
Ice is getting dropped? What? No, they have Uber. What?
Oh,
Oh, they just ran away.
they baited the exchange,
Yeah, I don't know
and
about that
Ice was
on 5
completely not
CP,
into that
sure.
plan.
I don't know about that on cloth though.
Yeah, Ice was not into that plan. He was ready for the exchange, and they just completely left to spawn. So yeah, full ad, but I mean, you've taken a minute.
Yeah, and that full ad is dwindling as well. Stanmar is building quite well, so it's only 40 ad at this point.
Right.
And with how good the 4-man was last time, I'd be a little scared. If I'm on the blue team
And
as we do see the
someone's
bomb
in,
in.
Red Soldier in, gets
And
the
just the
force with
one
a
soldier
one
gets the
man. That's
force.
tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone else
that's
can
tough.
back up. They're trying to shove left house. And actually good damage. They do get the demo, so that's valuable. That at least... Oh, but
And Mar.
Flarosa dies in the post. Nomi with a
Oh,
nice flank there. And still living as well. Probably going to get cleaned up here in the 2v1, but... Okay, there's just chaos happening. Owen is in. But yeah, still very positive exchange overall for phone number. Because, of course, they have a minute advantage on the point. So just trading the point back and forth and trading Ubers back and forth is totally fine. And if Danmark can
yeah.
even survive once, like, things might just even out with how the building was. Okay. They seem very scared to take their Uber, honestly.
Yeah, that I
Trying to
don't
get the
know how far the
points.
blue medic is in.
Ooh, they lose a
He's in
soldier as
main.
well. Nova wants to take it. They do use, but the scout gets left out. And it's still a
Oh, the
collapse. Flaros still
collapse is
dies. Now, the
massive.
post Uber is going to be very sketchy because, I mean, this
Damar's
is just,
baiting all the way
yeah,
back
it's
in
just
main already.
Operation Keep Denmark alive. He's not through the door,
He's
though.
yeah, he kind of
Like, I
came
would
back
just
to
be out
point.
because capping the point in the next, like, 2 seconds doesn't really matter. What matters is keeping Denmark alive. But they do actually get their cake and eat it, too, because they are able to get the point. And because Flarosa died to that Uber, it's still ad for Danmar. Yet again, showing the importance, like, yeah, as I said earlier, Moggers just need to keep their Met alive. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to win.
I like
Looking
the
to shove here
short.
from Tapu.
Yeah,
Actually gets a kill.
coming out
I,
top right now.
gets bowed as well as surviving. Gigafart's in just solo bomb. That is a
Oh, hit
instant
it,
death.
hit it.
Someone
Oh,
needs to hit that. And Ice going last.
this
So I
is
guess
like
it was a 4-man.
the wildest format possible, one
Can
by
you imagine
one.
if they all went at the same time so that
That'd be
demo pipe
great.
actually turned into a force rather than just the last
Yeah,
projectile ever shot? Do you
yeah.
have Mike on Sniper as well?
Okay. He's coming left for some.
Yeah, just trying to kill a soldier on the door, I suppose. Oh, they have a heavy as well, so just throwing all the off classes out. And Uber gets taken and a soldier gets dropped. Actually, soldiers die from both teams, but
They
way,
exchange.
way
Mike
better
is
Uber
in for
for
some reason.
Danmar does have a scout to get out with.
Oh, and go
Owen
for
is
the
just
market garden.
still bombing in. But
Oh.
Nomi's in from behind. This heavy's weak. The heavy goes down. Now, Nomi fighting the medic. Very weak, though. Could actually lose that fight. Ice is able to clean them up. With the refight now from Red, Lemon actually gets Ice. Oh, man. Bomb in from Gigafart. Gets some value. At least forces them back. Nova in a precarious situation. And now it's just like solo players fighting point. The soldiers have kind of collected, but they are getting collected by the scouts. At this point, though, Danmar is here to heal everyone up to refight. Mike fully crossing the point alone does get focused down pretty quickly. Everyone is on the point. Bombin from Gigafart does get the demo, but gets cleaned up shortly thereafter. At this point, it's just a matter of aim and DM and coordination, as we do see
The
Nomi
soldier
and
came
Salty
in
Pepper
and
going
kinda
down.
cleaned up.
Oh man, trades back and forth.
Red
Oh, but
wins
it's
it though. They stepped
I
up a point.
see. It was overtime.
Like,
Okay,
I'll be
that
interested to look at the logs after the next round, but right now it feels like Danmar's maybe died like 3 times, and you know, Florosa's probably died like 9 times.
yeah. If
It
one
just
med
feels
just
like,
dies way more often than
yeah,
the other, then
it
you're
just
just going
feels
to
like
lose and cough.
every collapse from the blue team has not been as good. It's
It
just
is
like,
tough.
yeah, it's Danmar is baiting a good.
Oh
Wow.
no,
Wow,
and the
wow,
sniper.
wow, wow,
This time
wow.
playing concrete rather than main. A
Yeah.
little harder to spot. We do have the bomb though. Danmar takes some damage. Flank's trying to sell out. A couple players wrapping though. Mike could get the med here. 44 is behind as well, and 44 could clean up multiple players. Danmar does not crater. 44 was able to trade out with 2, which is at least something. But no, the important pick of the medic was never found. And losing the point as well means that at this point forward, phone number is just taking up some time advantage as well. Nomi actually respawned on Sniper, still playing concrete. It is ad. And they could
They're not
just
gonna take it a
yeah,
doesn't look like
Fluorosa is
they're
just
gonna
not
take
even
it.
healing anyone, which obviously you don't want to be caught to the Uber and you don't want to be caught to a chase, but it's going to be permanently disad if you're not at least building. As blue soldiers are very active and very weak. 44 goes down, Gigafart getting a pack. Yeah, I don't know what you can do here if you're Moggers. Honestly, maybe losing that soldier there just prompts a 4-man because you're not capping the point without an Uber against a sniper, I feel like. Down a player as well. Ice trying to fight the point, but again, kind of alone here, and yeah, just like that, Scout's
Yeah,
able to cross the point, easy cleanup. The coordination
there's
is just
just
not really
yeah,
there.
there's just difference in what they were planning on doing. Florisa's still in lobby, just trying to avoid the sniper.
More headshots ring out from Nomi. It's kind of uncontested right now. And I have to point out as well that with this sniper, it seems like Moggers are kind of just like flopping around.
They don't know.
They,
Like,
yeah, they don't
Florissa
seem
is
to have an idea
continuing
what
to
they
go
want to do.
back in the lobby, just kind of avoiding the sniper, and like, meanwhile, they've been on evens this entire time.
Yeah, I do think that those houses are probably very exploitable if you know they just have a sniper. But anyway, it is a forward hold against a sniper, even Ubers, as we do have 44 getting through, but just completely baited, honestly, by their team. Soldiers are kind of
Are
trading in
they
the doorway, but I don't know, Kazoo's probably going
exchanging
to die
units
here.
or is it just and
Oh
this
no, and
and
Florissa dies as well.
that's the worst possible thing you could want to happen.
So it is like there's time for Fluorosa to spawn and build an Uber, so it's not technically over, but it's
That's
really, really
I
hard to
mean,
imagine that
I
Moggers can do anything about
I don't
this.
think they have their bagel game plan really worked out because I just don't think the soldiers out of Moggers have really like, you know, taken the houses, especially against a sniper. Like you want to just like, hey, there's no flank scout.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
soldiers fighting
it's
1v1.
tough because like how many times have you played against a
Yeah,
sniper, you
Forest
know,
is
and
dead
Flores
again.
actually just died. Yeah, double soldier bomb. Danmar is probably gonna have to use here. There is a lot of damage that's about to be coming
Yeah,
in. It does use. And
yeah.
actually,
Galactic holds
it's
in.
only Lemon and Danmar, so they could get chased down here and cleaned up.
It doesn't look
Players
like
on blue are
anyone's really
very weak.
facing
Lemon
them, and
dies. Danmar's able
Denmark's
to get
really
out,
out.
though. That is important. It's gonna be slight ad. They're probably expecting it to be evens because Flaros has been alive for a bit, just hasn't been healing anyone. They might even expect it to be slight disad, but pretty much close to evens. And 2 seconds left is notably not overtime, so at least something. But, Salty Pepper somehow
I mean,
lives just in the face of 2 scouts and a soldier.
they're coming out right easily. This hasn't been met with much resistance. And
Okay,
Forosa's
soldiers
that
trade.
massive has I don't know what's happened with
Yeah,
the
hasn't been
building,
building
but
at
they're a
all.
pretty significant
And
disad
look at
now.
this cap time as well. Like, there hasn't been anything really happening, but Red have just
Yeah,
been able to, like, basically cap the point. And
they
that's, like, a
use
pretty
if
basic
they use right
move.
now, it's basically over. Yeah,
I
I
think
mean
it
they're
yeah,
just
it's
taking the
it's gonna
use.
be
Yeah,
over anyway.
it's over. Yeah.
44 probably gonna be the last to go down,
Yep.
and under the touch point in time, so that's
I
gonna be
think
kind of a 4-0 stomp.
the bagel game plan out of blue was just not as much as they needed.
Yeah, it was looking tough. I mean, some of it was, like, having a tough time dealing with, the sniper and knowing what to
Yeah.
do there. Some of it was just, like, your medic being dead a lot, which
Man, there's a
makes things
sniper,
very
guys. Let's go
difficult.
flank for 30 minutes. That's all you need to think about. They can't cover both houses. It's just a sniper. But they were just kind of waffling and concrete for too long, and especially that last round, it just didn't turn out well. But I think they could have shown better. Especially, I don't think their gully wash was that bad.
Mm, looking at the log here, and yeah, kind of just I mean, this time around, Lemon did really show up, compared to Gully, but still just
It's the soldiers.
projectiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It happens on Bagel.
Nice Nomi getting a lot of kills as well for that matter. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Just, seem kinda outclassed here on Bagel.
Yeah, they just I don't know. I don't think this was their map pick. I think this was phone numbers was 5.
I believe so, yeah.
So I think this was phone
That's
numbers map pick, and I think they knew that they liked this map and they were just going to take it.
it definitely
Ice was
shows.
having a tough time.
Yeah, true. And also, as opposed to Gully where,
And
um,
again, the 3 med deaths on
I was gonna
Denmark
say,
compared to
yeah,
12 on Florosa is
on
kind
Gully,
of
Danmar had a third of Fluorosis deaths. This time it's a fourth.
yeah.
Um, even less. So it's definitely some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Producer's telling us average time heal after spawn, which I don't see in the
it's on
log.
more.tf.
Oh,
32.7 seconds for Florosa and 4.2 for Denmark.
yeah, kind of just again
Yeah,
demonstrating that coordination issues. Just it's
yeah,
very, very simple stuff like, hey, are med spawning? Someone should meet them.
it's
Stuff
true.
like that.
Yeah. Let's the combat score out of Salty Pepper in terms of Owen is wild. That's
Yeah, I
kind
don't
of
know.
crazy.
Some of these log stats are just what's the word I'm looking for? It's like astrology to me.
They were, I would say that just I don't know, I don't think blue team had a plan for Bagel. I don't think that Moggers had a plan for Bagel. I think that this was something that they may have not practiced as much on because they thought they'd take Gully Wash and maybe take it to a 3rd map, but
I
just didn't work out
imagine
the way.
the ringer situation makes it difficult as
It's
well,
yeah, especially
because
with
it
2
was just a
ringers.
lot of like
Yeah,
coordination issues.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you have anything to talk about.
I don't really I don't. I think it was a good win from, phone numbers.
Yeah, definitely a
I think
dominant
they
one who
yeah.
are confirming that top four slot at the very least. But I mean, based on how they were playing, it wouldn't surprise me if they went a little bit further.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see them play in their semifinals and stuff. I think a amateur is, like, such a fun division to finish out.
But yeah, any shout outs from you, Trev?
Shout out Tiny, that's my GOAT. Other than that, shout out my team that we lost in playoffs, so we're done, so have a fun rest of your season. But yeah, we're good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I think that's all from us. Well, shout out to Pika as well for producing.
Yeah,
Always got
shout
to
out
do
PK.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all from us. Stay tuned for more fireside coverage in the future. But for now, we hope you all enjoyed and see you all later.